else in this country, but on February 28th, can you be walking around in shorts and flip-flops? You know, it's 82 degrees, perfect Key West day, and a great environment for today's ceremony. I would like to welcome you. I'm Jim Scholl. I'm the Key West City Manager, but welcome to the Truman Waterfront Amphitheater groundbreaking ceremony. We're going to officially recognize the next step in the Truman Waterfront development down here. It's been a long time coming, but we're real excited about getting this going. But our mayor is here, Mayor Craig Cates, Commissioner Richard Payne, Commissioner Billy Wardlow, Commissioner Jimmy Weekley, Commissioner Sam Kaufman, and we've got Jeremy and Robert here from DL Porter, who are our contractors that are going to build this great addition to the Truman Waterfront. So that's enough of me. I'm going to turn it over to our mayor, Craig Cates.
Thank you. Well, it's a very special day, and I thought it should be recognized, all the hard work that everybody put into that, making this happen. It's going back, I know we've heard it many times, many years to before we got to this point, and I want to thank the commission that stuck with this and even through all the adversity and stayed with it and made this day happen, because we're going to be very proud of this place when it's all done. The community worked for many, many years, many meetings to make this day possible. A lot of input. The direction the amphitheater was faced, the amount of seats, a lot was put into this with a lot of input. And this whole park is going to be incredible. As you see, it's starting to come together. The entrance to the Fort Zachary Taylor is just beautiful. We worked with the state to make that possible, and they're excited about increasing their usage of their park to showcase that beautiful fort and that beach over there. So this is going to be just tremendous for the whole community. I want to thank our engineering department that worked so hard to make this possible. They had all their T's crossed and I's dotted because everything went over with a fine-tooth comb, but they did an incredible job. All the city staff that worked so hard to put this together. And I want to thank the commission again for standing up at the last meeting and keep this moving forward, and all the supporters that came out to make this day possible. I want to thank DL Porter for giving the low bid, and it came in under budget, so you can't ask for that any more than that, and they promised it'd be on time too, so under budget on time, that doesn't happen too often, so we're dependent on them, and I want to thank everybody again for being here.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Commissioners, it's your opportunity to get up if you have any words. Commissioner Payne.
Thank you, everyone. This particular addition to the Waterfront Park involves the construction of this amphitheater, and that showed me the difficulty we're going to have anytime we want to build anything down here, because people want to preserve the green areas, which is, I agree with them. And so a large portion of this amphitheater is actually green area. So, and it's tucked in here just in the perfect spot, because I would envision, well, would I bring my family down here and put a blanket down here and have a picnic? No, because the view is not that great right here. It's a good place for an amphitheater. When you get the ramp built in here, the people will be able to overlook the water, and it'll be much better. So it's a perfect place for it, and I think our community is going to be very much benefited by it, just like the other communities in the Keys that have amphitheaters, and they enjoy it for mostly local events, and the high school band and the different things, and the high school graduations and the different military functions that can also be out here. So it's a very good addition for our city, and so I'm very proud to be a part of it. I've been around for a year here in this job, so I have to take advantage of the fact that all the groundwork that people have been working for 20 years on this, and I just came, Johnny come lately, but I seem like I'm plugging into a lot of good things just in the last year. So anyway, I'm so happy to be here today, and I want to say it's a wonderful thing for our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Wardlow.
Thank you. I just want to welcome everybody, and just like Judge Payne and Mayor Kate said, it's been a long time coming. Just proud to be part of the team to get it done, and I know we're going to have a lot of good times here. I love going to concerts myself, and hopefully we have some big acts coming in, and starting in October, I believe it is, that we'll start it and kick it off with a good season and have a great time down here at the park. So everybody enjoy it, and thank you very much for coming out, and have a good day.
Thank you, Billy. Commissioner Weekley.
Thank you, Jim. You know, I was on the commission when this all first started, when the property was transferred to the city, and Jim Scholl was involved with that at that time as well. And you know, it's always been the vision of the city and all the many charrettes we had in designing what we wanted here for this park. And it was always understood that this would be a community park. And part of that was this amphitheater. When we had our little charrettes, and the organizers of the charrettes asked people what their #1 priority was, the amphitheater was always on top. So with all these Johnny-come-latelys that say, no, 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 we don't want this now, where were they, 20 plus years ago? So, and I would like to I'd like to recognize someone that helped with some of the design aspects of the sound system, and that is J.L. Jamison, who's back there. J.L., wave. I promised JL that we would put his name on one of the restrooms. So, and he was very pleased with that. So, again, thanks everyone for coming out. And this is the beginning of a short journey to have something complete for a long journey for many generations to come with this wonderful facility. Thank you all.
Thanks, Jimmy. Commissioner Kaufman.
I also want to thank you all for being here. What could there be? Where could there be a better space or more beautiful place for an amphitheater, right, than this? Feel the breeze, look at the sun, look at the space. It's amazing. And my wife and I, we just traveled to the mainland for a concert this weekend, and I really don't want to have to make that drive again. So maybe next season, we'll have some acts that we can enjoy. And my daughter, who's 9 years old, has already given us a list of some musicians, I think, that I've never heard of, but I'm sure we'll hopefully get some of those here too. But what I wanted to say also is that the future really is bright for Key West. This is a signal of what's to come, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. And last but not least, the District 6 Commissioner, the Vice Mayor, Clayton Lopez.
Thank you, Mr. Scholl. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Commissioner Weekley, for calling me out like you all did. Boy, you know what? Everybody's already told you some of the wonderful things that we have planned, and you've already heard a little bit of the history of where we are, what brought us to where we are today. So I guess it's my role just to be the cheering section. Isn't this a wonderful thing today? I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad that I was a part of the commission that actually started moving it forward. I'm so glad that I was part of the community when it first came up and when it was first put on paper. And I'm just so glad to see each and every one of you here to help make this happen today. Thank you.
Thank you, Clayton. All right. Well, Mr. Mayor, I think it's time to play in the dirt.